Hello. Well, welcome to week 3 with Miss Walker and Miss Powell. We're going to get started on today's lesson.
Good morning, 3rd grade. We are going to start here with ordering the numbers from greatest to least. If you remember right, the word greatest means
Biggest.
And the word least means
smallest.
So we're going to put the numbers in order from biggest to smallest. We're going to check those hundreds places and see what's happening. We've got a 9, a 3, and a 9. What does that tell you, Miss Powell?
Well, it tells me that we're looking for the biggest number first. We need to look at those 2 9s, but we have to next go to our tens column because we have 2 9s. So let's look in the tens.
Before we go to the tens, I noticed that 9 is bigger than 3.
Oh, 3, yes.
And 9 is bigger than 3. So that tells me that this number is my smallest number. It is 309.
Right.
And now we're going to go back and check those 9s and look in those tens places.
The 0 or a 9, which is the largest?
9 would be largest.
So we have 994 is our largest number. And 903 would be our middle number.
Right.
If we want to look at that real quick, we talked about odd and even. Let's look at 994 is even.
How do you know that, Miss Powell?
We know that even numbers end in 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8.
And we ended with a 4. So it's even.
Odd, because 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are odd numbers. And another one, another odd number. That's just a little quick review.
My class, if you remember your even and odd chant. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? 0. That is your even chant. So if you hear those numbers inside of that chant, then that means that is an even number. Vanessa has 498 baseball cards. Her dad buys her the latest set of 792 cards. How many cards does she now have?
So we need to think about our numbers that we're going to be looking at. We're looking at 498 and 792. Now we need to decide whether we need to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. What operation do we need to use? What are our key words?
I see now have.
So we want to know how many she has altogether.
But Dad bought some more. I'm thinking about Dad. He bought her some. So that number's going to go up.
So we're going to be combining. What's another word? So we're going to be adding.
And start with that big number. 792 plus 498.
Because remember when we add, the numbers can be in any order. So what is that? What property is that?
Commutative.
The commutative property.
Commutative says you can take 2 numbers and switch them around, but the sum or the product remains the same. 8 plus 2 is
10.
Carry that 1. 9 plus 9.
18 plus 1 is 19.
19. And 7 plus 4.
11.
Plus
and
that 1.
It's 12.
It's 12. We need a label.
And what are we talking about?
How many cards?
Cards. 1,290 cards.
All right, let's find these products.
What is product?
Product means that we're going to be multiplying and we're going to find the answer to a multiplication problem.
And hopefully by now we all know our multiplication's really, really quick. So we're going to do a little game with Miss Walker. I'm going to say them, see if she can write them as fast as I say them.
Gosh.
Are you ready?
We're
going to start. 2 times 5 is 10. 4 times 8 is 32. 3 times 10 is 30. 0 times 5 is 0. And 9 times 8 is 72.
You beat me by just a hair.
Good job, good job.
All right, here we go. We're going to count some more money. And how many quarters are in a dollar?
4 quarters are in a dollar.
4. Let's circle those 4 quarters. And now we don't have any more dollars. We're going to start counting money. A quarter is worth 25 cents plus a dime gets me to...
Are you going to go 10 cents or we're going to count them as 35?
I'm going to go to
35.
And then another dime puts me at
45.
And a nickel
at 50.
Because it's worth 5 cents.
And 55.
And switching to pennies.
56, 57, 58, and 59.
So it looks like we have $1.59.
Do you know another way to write $1.59? Do we do that? with a 1.
You show me, Miss.
Okay. Well, they show us. Like, I'll come over here. We write it as 159 cents.
Oh, yeah.
And they asked us to write it 2 ways. That's just something we practice a little bit. So.
Okay. Here we go. We are going to compare some fractions. And yesterday or last week, you remember that we had talked about the butterfly method and also the cross multiplying method. And so we're going to start with that denominator. 12 times 8 is
48.
That's 12 times 4.
We're okay. It's Monday.
12 times 4 is
48.
And 12 times 8 is
96. Okay. She beat me on this one.
Which one's bigger?
96 is larger.
There we go.
So
98 twelfths is greater than 48. If we go to turn that around, it does not make an L, so it is greater than. All right, moving on. Jan and Susan went to the movies. It was 2 hours and 20 minutes long. It ended at 6 o'clock p.m. What time did it start? We're going to use that number line method that we started talking about earlier this year. And this time it did not give me a start time. It gave me an end time. And so I need to find 6 o'clock p.m. on my number line. So we're going to go to the p.m. section, and I'm going to find 6 o'clock right here. And it tells me to go backwards because the movie started somewhere over here. We're going to go backwards 2 hours and 20 minutes. So we're going to start with our hours, 2 big jumps, 1, 2, and then if you remember, those little jumps are 5, 10, 15, 20. It may not match up down here, but that's awfully small. So I'm at 6 o'clock minus an hour is
5 o'clock.
Minus another hour
is 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. But before 4 o'clock, what happens? We are in the 3 o'clocks. Okay. We have to go backwards 5 minutes. So we are at 3:55,
3:50, 3:45, and 3:40.
3:40. And did we cross that AM PM line?
No, we did not.
So the correct answer is 3:40 p.m. Moving on, Sandra has 5 toy cars. Each toy car has a mass of 8 grams. What's the total mass of all 5 cars?
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Let's talk about when it says each. What does the each tell us that we might need to do?
Each says I have to multiply or divide.
So if she has 5, and each has 5, each car, if we drew a picture, we had 5 cars, and each of them weighed 8, what are we going to do? We're going to, there we go, and we could put an 8 in each one of those boxes, and repeated addition is also what?
Multiplication. And I also see this word total. Total is also an addition word, and whenever I see multiply or divide, if it has an addition word, most of the time that means I'm going to be going up, which would be multiplication. If you saw a subtraction word, then it would be telling you that your number would be going down, like splitting things up into pieces, and that's when you divide. So 8 times 5 is
40.
40, and we need to have a label.
We're talking about the mass of, well, that'd be the mass of the cars. 40 is the mass. Grams. Okay, I messed my grams up there.
Grams. Okay, perimeter and area. What do you remember about perimeter?
Perimeter is the outside edges. We say all the way around. How do we get perimeter? We count all the sides or we add all the sides.
And area
is the formula of what?
Equals length times width. So just because we're used to starting with area, I would like to go ahead and go down there and start with area. Yes. My kids are kind of used to doing that one first. So let's find the lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And we like to write I like to write 6 on that side too. I like to write the number on the side. I made mine show me that.
Okay.
And then we could go across the top.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that means that it is 6 times 9, which equals
54.
54. How should I label this one?
Doesn't give us inches or anything, so we'll call it units, 54 units, and we have to say square.
Because look at that shape. Those are all squares. So it's 54 units squared, or you could also label it 54 square units. Now let's talk about that perimeter. You said we have to do the outside. Remember that little guy, Sparky? We don't want him to get out. We need to go buy some lumber to keep Sparky in his fence. So how much lumber should I buy on this side?
Well, we're already halfway there since we did that. We've got 6 units on that side.
If this is 6, then this must be
6.
So 6 plus 6 is
12.
Okay. And then at the top, we don't want him getting out on top.
We had 9.
9, which means the bottom is also
9.
9 plus 9 equals
18.
And in order to make sure Sparky stays in there, we need to add those together and see how many pieces we should go by. 18 plus 12 is?
We have 8 plus 2. We can break it down to 10 plus 1 is plus 3 is 30 now. We carried our 1.
30. And let's label that.
30 units.
Units. And remember here, we're talking about perimeter. Perimeter is the outside. You did a great job today, guys. Your assignment is listed directly under this video for today. We can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.
Bye-bye.